$1 billion mystery has just been solved. Now, cryptocurrency watchers were stunned recently when they saw about $1 billion, about 70,000 Bitcoin being moved from a very old account that has been inactive for many years. And so they kind of wondered, what the heck is going on? Why is $1 billion being moved? Well, the answer came when the Department of Justice unsealed some court filings. And this relates back to an old case dating back to 2015. Ross Ulbricht, who was he created the Silk Road marketplace, which was on the dark web. It was a pretty nefarious site that basically sold all sorts of illegal narcotics and services to whoever wanted it for Bitcoin. It was even purported that there was some assassination services that could be purchased on his website. So it was hugely popular with the criminal underworld and those types of elements. And he pulled in a lot of Bitcoin. He was arrested in 2013 and convicted in 2015. And the government, Department of Justice, moved in very quickly to seize his Bitcoins. But before they could do it, a hacker actually hacked in and stole about 70,000 Bitcoin. And at the time, it was worth several $100,000. Well, it's actually worth over $1 billion today. And it kind of goes to show that there's really no honor among thieves, one stealing from another. But it's taken a while. The Department of Justice and investigators have actually tracked down that thief. And as part of an arrangement, $1 billion, basically $1 billion of Bitcoin, have been transferred to an account probably controlled by the Department of Justice as they go through the motions to seize that asset. So this all goes back to a very dark, nefarious site and the ill-gotten gains from that. And finally, we're getting some closure here as the Department of Justice is being able to close that up and grab those assets. Now, this is $1 billion. The first series of Bitcoin that Department of Justice was able to grab, they were able to sell. It was worth about a little over $30 million. And they sold it in an open auction, right? And made the Bitcoin available to the highest bidder. We would expect the same thing to happen here, but this is $1 billion worth. And that's going to create ripples, especially within the law enforcement community. And here's a few things that are going to happen. First off, the credibility and reputation of crypto investigations is going to go up. Now, think about it. If you're in law enforcement, it's not a very sexy thing, right? Drug dealers or homicide cases, right? Those kind of things, really big. But this is not at the scale of seizing some drug distributor's house or Ferrari. This is $1 billion. That creates a lot of credibility and a lot of interest in law enforcement agencies. That's going to lead to them allocating more resources. And now think about it here for the people that did seize it, right? The law enforcement agencies that did seize this $1 billion, when they go and sell it, they're going to have a windfall to be able to reinvest those into more people, more resources, more tools, and more focus. That kind of incentive is going to drive similar behaviors across local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies to also increase their cyber investigation capabilities. That, once that's in place, that will also drive more cooperation across those agencies and across the border internationally with other countries. And especially with big seizures like this, everybody's going to want their little cut of the pie. So it creates that momentum. And for the cyber criminals out there, it sends some messages. First off, that cryptocurrency isn't that safe haven that they thought it was for illicit transactions. Law enforcement is going to come after them, and law enforcement can be patient. Again, Ross wasn't convicted until 2015. He was arrested in 2013. This is many years later, and they're still going after it. So, and all the records are there, right? Especially with Bitcoin, all the transactions are public. So there's lots of learning there. And this is really good news. All of this is really good news for the cryptocurrency environment, right? As the growth and the reputation continues to go, being able to show that especially criminals, right, can be prosecuted in this. Helps the reputation, helps the expansion and the support of legitimate cryptocurrency, the deployment and acceptance around the world. So this is a big win. And for $1 billion, this is a case closed.